Hello, I am coming to you on this hot summer day, but we're still going to talk about mindfulness. So, the foundation of everything that we do is mindfulness, right? So, whether you want better sex, you want more intimate relationships, you want more self control when you eat, all those things have to do with being mindful. So, what does mindfulness mean? Depends on who you talk to, but I'm going to tell you my best understanding of mindfulness and how I apply it to my everyday life. So, mindfulness for me is learning yourself. It's building self-awareness. We're not just talking about, being aware of your habits. We're talking about energy, being aware of subtle sensations, being aware of your interconnectedness with all of these elements that we're all made out of and all share. So it's that disconnection from interconnectedness, from the whole, from the source, from God, whatever you want to call it, that disconnection in the heart center that causes suffering, that causes us to have differences and conflicts and not be able to make shit work, right? So when I'm practicing mindfulness, whether it's actual formal meditation, dancing, what I'm doing is I'm applying attention, full attention to whatever's going on. And whatever's going on is something that is structured, right? So it's not just allowing your mind to wander and then focusing on that and wander to the next thing and focus on that. That's like, just feeding the ADD type habits. What you want to do is give your mind something to do. It's got to have a job. Mind always wants to move around. And in order for us to bring down that busy-mindedness and really feel grounded, have peace of mind, be able to funnel our thoughts out in an orderly manner and actually be able to implement them, right? Because you have so many ideas that you can't even do everything with them at this time, right? So let's bring some structure to that, some order and flow, natural flow. So mind to body means giving full attention to what the activity is, what you have decided for it to be. And that also empowers you. Right now I'm going to focus my breathing into my yoni. And as I apply my full attention to that, what I'm doing is I am building connections. I'm building the network, restoring the network in our bodies and our alignment. So we're talking about mind, emotions, spirit, body connections, right? Mind, body, spirit. And in order to have that alignment, we need to balance our energy flow. We need to have that connection so that energy is flowing. So not blocks here, not blocks in our mind, not mental blocks that don't allow us to really express ourselves fully. So as you're doing any of these practices, whether it's yoni massage, self-pleasure, taking touch, I want you to apply your full attention. And anytime you notice that you are wandering, you're thinking about something else, you're just not there, you're not present, you're stiff, maybe you're not breathing, use the redirection of your breath and getting the mind to, hey, we're focusing on something right now. And the breath is our vehicle to consciousness, right? Because when we stop breathing, we die. So if we can really have that sacredness for the breath and apply it like, hey, if I'm wanting to rebuild connections, rebuild my wires, rebuild my system, and restore that natural superhuman flow that we all know we can have, if that is my intention, then I have to apply my attention to it. And so we do that with everything we do besides the formal meditation. So when you're taking a walk, you can make your walk mindful, focusing on the movement, the subtle movements of your body, on if your breath is flowing in and out fully, if you have some places where the breath is not going in your body, sense any pain, any stagnation, any good sensations, right? Sometimes you get, a lot of times I'll get a orgasm when I'm really like busting my ass running long distance and really breathing deep, and it causes you to have the orgasm, right? And it takes more intensity. You can't just have like a quick jog that's not really that challenging for you and get a orgasm. Well, I guess you could, but it's not as likely. So there's three things that we want to focus on when we're using mindfulness. So we want attention to the subtle. So not just subtle sensations, like being able to feel energy fluttering up your spine, feeling it flow down your limbs, but the quality of energy, right? So sensing into my body, turning my sight inward like a sonar, and using the breath to create those waves. Those are waves of awareness, because now I can see, as I'm following that breath, where it's going, where there's some bumps in the road, and I'm able to put more attention on the spots that are not getting enough air or life. And the way we do that is we pay attention to it. So let's say that I'm doing my, a lot of times we have digestive issues, right? And that has to do with your digestive fires. So you want to breathe more energy and awareness, light up that part of your body, heal it with light. And what we do is we put our mind to it. So I'm going to put my mind to my lower abdomen. And as I breathe in and out, it's as if I'm breathing in and out through that point of where I want my attention. So right now it's about 1 inch below my belly button. About 2 inches actually. And I can start to feel more awareness there. It actually feels really good. I feel more grounded already. And my vibration is more balanced. There's a lot of times when I start talking on videos, I start to talk fast because either I get nervous or there's just so much to tell you that I want to say it at one time. So breathing, just taking a few deep breaths, is going to reset that energy, that pace. So if you ever notice that you're talking at work or you're talking, making a presentation, and you start to speed up, your next word, just breathe it out or exhale before you say it and reset your pace. All right? So attention to subtleties, and we're going to get into judgment versus observation later, but you need to be observing. You're not really going into this intellectualizing a lot of things. You're observing. Do you feel tightness? Do you feel looseness? Do you feel tingles? Do you feel nothing? Do you have an intuitive sense that there's something off balance? Do you have an intuitive sense that this feels healthy, this feels good, right? So we're learning, and there's no wrong way you can do it when you're just going in open and curious, right? And remember, curiosity is exciting. So if your spiritual practice, your self-growth practice is getting boring, then do something different, add something to it, learn a new practice to deepen what you already know, and take it to the next level. The other thing is we are working with connections when we do mindfulness. So the connections of your nervous system, your subtle energy channels, your nadis, your meridians. So those two are blocked up when we have mental blocks. It starts on a subtle level. So you'll start to sense imbalances energetically before it gets to a sickness. And you're building neural networks. You're restoring the clarity of signals, the efficiency of signals. And that's when you're quick, you feel limitless. And you guys know I love talking about limitless. Because it's a movie, it's a fiction concept, but it's very real. And we don't need a pill to do it, we can do it naturally. So, it's just so exciting. And eventually with mindfulness, we want to restore our alignment, mind, body, spirit. Our mind, our ideas flow, our emotions are connected to it. It fulfills us. And our actions are in alignment with what we think is right, what we know is our truth, what we feel is smart, and what we feel is good for us and healthy for us emotionally, and is connected to our purpose, our soul purpose. So that is what mindfulness is. And as you continue to do these practices, ask questions, go deeper into it. And one of the big things is consistency. Do your homework. All right? So your homework this week is to pick one thing and that you already do and do it mindfully. for at least 5 minutes. So this could be walking to work. This could be a shower. This could be touching yourself, but more than 5 minutes, right? We've talked about this. Not 5 minute quickies. Quickies are okay actually, if you know what you're doing. But if you're in a state of getting your control back, getting your connection back, then quickies are not going to be the best way unless you do these frequent quickies that are very mindful. Because just like meditation, frequency is what counts. So even if you do it for 5 minutes a day versus 15 minutes every 3 days, some shit like that, it is better to do it more frequently, right? So the next time I see you, we're going to go deeper into observation versus judgment. And it's really important to understand the difference between the two. Because a lot of times we just go through this healing journey, just judging ourselves, at the same time saying, I'm dissolving my ego, I'm dissolving my ego. I'm a piece of shit. I don't know what people are saying exactly. But that is some things I've heard. We start to beat ourselves up. We don't fix ourselves. And part of that is the lack of understanding of observation and how beneficial that is versus judgment and how detrimental that is. So I will stop because I'm excited to talk about it and I can wait. So lead with love, do your homework, 5 minutes, one activity. You pick it, something that you enjoy already. So don't pick something that's not fun, like don't floss for 5 minutes, all right? But maybe brushing your teeth. That's too long. Don't do that for 5 minutes, actually. Don't listen to my ideas. What I do is things like washing the dishes because I realized I would be holding tension in my face. Putting on my moisturizer. I do that really slowly and mindfully. Oh, it feels so good. All right. I'll talk to you in a bit.